You want abs. Or at least you don't want to feel mildly betrayed by your own reflection. You scroll Instagram. Everyone's got shredded abs and you're eating pizza in bed. You try meal prep once, end up with sad Tupperware, and wonder if you were born under a cursed metabolism. So you try eating clean, you cut carbs, you avoid bread like it personally wronged you. You download a tracking app, you quit the tracking app. You Google, "Is my metabolism broken?" at 1:12 a.m. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't fail fat loss because they're lazy. They fail because they don't understand the rules. Fat loss isn't mystical. It's not detox tea. It's not eating after 6 p.m. It's one thing, calories. Not Instagram calories, not bro science calories, actual calories. And once you understand them properly, the whole thing stops feeling chaotic. Not easy, but simple. Let's break it down. Running example today, chicken wraps. Because at some point in your life, you will attempt self-improvement with a chicken wrap. What is a calorie? A calorie is just a unit of energy. That's it. Food equals energy. Your body uses that energy to stay alive, move, digest, and think about texting her or not texting her. Calories aren't good or bad, they're fuel. So the real question becomes energy in versus energy out. And here's the part people don't like. Your body cannot create fat out of vibes. It follows physics. Calories are like fuel. You fill your tank and anything extra, your body stashes it for later. That's all fat is. Stored energy, no magic, no conspiracy, definitely no evil bread. The rule everyone tries to complicate. If you eat more energy than you burn, you gain weight. If you eat less than you burn, you lose weight. If they match, you stay the same. That's energy balance. If calorie balance didn't matter, no famine in history would have caused weight loss. It's not trendy, it's mechanical. Now people say, but my friend eats way more than me and stays skinny. Cool. That doesn't break physics. It usually means they move more, they burn more at rest, or they don't eat as much as you think. The math is happening whether you track it or not, it's just invisible. The chicken wrap test. Let's say you maintain at 2,500 calories per day. Now imagine you eat 600 for breakfast, 800 for lunch, 900 for dinner, 400 late night snack. That's 2,700. You're in a 200 calorie surplus. That's not dramatic. That's when I deserve this chocolate bar. But it's not just wraps. That afternoon cookie, that extra slice of pizza, nighttime chips, tiny surpluses stacking quietly. 200 calories might seem harmless. A candy bar, a handful of nuts, or one large fry. One day, no big deal. Consistent, your body stores it as fat. Science doesn't negotiate. Do that consistently and your body stores the extra energy, usually as fat. Not because carbs are evil, not because your metabolism hates you, because unused energy gets stored. Your body isn't emotional, it's efficient. The gym reality check. Now here's where people get overconfident. I'll just train harder. Exercise matters, but it burns less than people think. A tough workout might burn a few hundred calories. That's one loaded wrap and a drink. You cannot sprint your way out of daily overeating. A 45-minute spin class, maybe 400 calories. A giant smoothie or triple scoop ice cream? Same thing. You see the gap? This is where most people lose the game. They try to outwork math, math wins. Fat gain versus fat loss. Fat gain, consistent surplus. Fat loss, consistent deficit. That's it. No secret window, no magic food combination, no detox phase. When intake drops below what your body needs, it pulls from stored energy. That stored energy is fat. Simple mechanism, hard consistency. Where people actually fail. They don't fail because they lack motivation. They fail because they go extreme. They go from 2,700 calories to 1,500 overnight. That's not discipline. That's panic. It works for a week. Then biology pushes back. Consistency beats aggression. Every time. But what about carbs? Carbs aren't inherently fattening. If carbs alone made people fat, entire rice-eating populations wouldn't exist. When you eat carbs, your body stores glycogen. Glycogen holds water. So when you cut carbs, you lose water weight quickly. That's why low-carb diets look magical at first. But real fat loss still requires a deficit. Overeat fat, you gain fat. Overeat carbs, same outcome. Calories decide. Macros influence how easy it is to stick to the plan. The silent saboteur, liquid calories. Soda, fancy coffee, juice, alcohol. They don't trigger fullness the same way solid food does. Imagine drinking 500 calories of fancy coffee in the morning, then eating normally at lunch and dinner. That's like adding an invisible chicken wrap to your day. Most people aren't overeating because they're reckless. They're overeating because they're unaware. Is my metabolism broken? In most cases, no. Metabolism adapts slightly when you diet, but it doesn't shut down out of spite. What usually happens is portion creep, weekend blowouts, inconsistent tracking, underestimating intake. Humans are terrible at estimating calories, not because they're stupid, but because the system is invisible. And invisible systems are hard to manage until you understand them. Why all diets work. Keto works because it reduces calories. Intermittent fasting works because it reduces calories. Low fat works because it also reduces calories. Different structure, same mechanism. It's like buying a new phone every year. Shiny exterior, same operation system under the hood. Calories decide, method is preference. Diet wars? Silly. Hunger is not failure. If you're in a deficit, you'll feel hungry sometimes. That's normal. Your body doesn't know you're cutting for summer. It thinks energy is lower and reacts. Protein helps. Fiber helps. High-volume foods help. Same calories, different fullness. That's strategy, if you want to keep muscle. Lift heavy weights, eat enough protein, avoid extreme deficits. Your body keeps muscle when it has a reason to. If you diet aggressively without resistance training, you lose muscle too. That makes you smaller, not necessarily leaner. Very different outcome. Maintenance is the real skill. Most people think in two modes, bulking or cutting. But maintenance is control. Once you find your maintenance calories and hold them, you stop panicking around food. You're not on a diet. You understand the system. And once you understand the system, you make decisions on purpose. What you should actually do. 1. Estimate your maintenance. You can do it by answering some questions regarding your sex, your age, your height, and activity level. 2. Create a small deficit if fat loss is the goal. Up to 500 calories a day. 3. Prioritize protein. Sweet spot for most people is 1 gram per pound or 2 grams per kilogram per body weight per day. 4. Lift heavy weights, preferably 2 times per week per muscle group. 5. Walk more, somewhere around 8 to 10,000 steps a day. 6. Stay consistent for months, not days. No moral labels. Food isn't good or evil, it's energy with properties. You decide how it fits. Final takeaway. Most things in life aren't mysterious. They're systems. Fat loss isn't confusing because it's complicated. It's confusing because the rules are invisible. Once you understand calories, you stop chasing trends. You stop blaming carbs. You stop thinking your body is broken. You realize you're playing a math game. And math doesn't care about motivation, it cares about consistency. At the end of the day, treat your body like a system you can understand. Every chicken wrap, slice of pizza, or smoothie becomes a choice instead of a mystery. Science doesn't argue with emotion. You do. Now go look at your next chicken wrap and just know what you're holding. If this finally made it click, hit like. And if you're still blaming bread, I'll see you in the comments.